It's a sad and stressful time when you have a terminally ill pet, but Lowcountry Pet Hospice and Home Euthanasia provides compassionate and dignified care at the end of your pet's life. Dr. Lauren Orvin now joins us with more. Doctor, pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
We said a sad topic, but so necessary for so many of us that are pet owners. And I just want to start in the beginning, like how did you get involved or started in all this?
Well, our story actually begins with our dog, Ashley. She was a notorious no-bad dog, golden retriever.
Okay.
But she was diagnosed with a nasal tumor. Okay. And our family kind of immediately went from the treatment options to comfort. How do we make her happy? And as we started walking through that, I realized how much of a gap there was between the two. And, you know, we started thinking about the different questions that we had to ask. When is the right time? How do we talk to our kids? And what do we do after she's gone? And I realized if I'm struggling with this question, what are other families doing? And it just created a passion in me to help families get through that. So I started reading everything I could. I attended a hospice convention with hundreds of veterinarians, and even lately have enrolled in a hospice certification in the attempt to help people and families give their pets the best goodbye that they can do.
No, I know we do have some pictures of your dog. Has your dog since passed?
She has. She has. Yeah, so, Ashley was a wonderful girl.
I'm so sorry. We've all been through it. It's horrible when it happens, but it's nice that you can provide that care and that comfort.
Absolutely.
So tell me the services that you provide. Do you go into people's homes? How does it work?
I do. I do. That's the only way we do this. And basically what we do, there's Ashley.
Such a sweetie.
Basically what we do is we come in and it's a team approach, really, to compassionate comfort for the pet and support for the family, because that's as important as comforting the pet. But you know, the team ultimately includes the family caregiver, right, and the regular veterinarian, myself. But we also like to incorporate more non-traditional team members, like groomers that come to your home, and mobile acupuncturists, and you know, just anybody that can help support the family and make that transition a little bit easier.
So just like a person with the dog, you set up this home hospice care, and you also do home euthanasia.
I do. Eventually, all of our comfort measures are going to come to a place that they're not as effective. And at that point, we have to decide, are we going to say goodbye through euthanasia, or are we going to do a naturally assisted death? And a lot of families choose to say goodbye at home through euthanasia. And it's a really sad but beautiful experience, being able to be at home surrounded by your family, and that includes pets. And everybody gets to say goodbye in their own way. It's not the best gift we can give.
Yeah, it's so horrible. It's not as sterile going and then walking, saying your goodbye and walking away. I imagine it's
it allows families to be in a familiar setting.
Sure. So how do we know when is the right time if we have a pet who is ill at home? When's the right time to start discussing these options?
Well, I guess the more common is with a terminal diagnosis. So cancer is one of the more common things that we think about. And it's that point that you transition from how do we treat this to we can't treat this. How do we make the best of the time that we have? So for those pets, that's the time when you make that choice, start thinking about hospice care, because we can prevent and anticipate suffering and in those situations. The other kind of situation that you may want to think about is a chronic disease process. So arthritis that's pretty severe, or organ failure that's chronic. Even dementia is one of the things that
I had no idea. Wow.
Yeah, is one of the things that I'm seeing in a lot of my hospice patients that is just kind of underlying that families aren't recognizing necessarily that it's there. And so obviously those pets have a poorer prognosis than the early stages of their disease, but you definitely want to think about those things too.
Where do we go to find you? I know you're going to be at Wanamaker County Park for the dog days, and what's your website and all that information?
So the website is lowcountrypethospice.com.
And on Facebook, your Facebook
and we're
address.
also on Facebook, and all kinds of fun stuff there.
And is it this weekend at Wanamaker Sunday?
Yep,
You'll be out there, people can come by and say hi.
Absolutely. Come say hi, tell me your story. I'll tell you a little more about mine.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Such an interesting, sad conversation, but you do great things for families, so thank you. Coming up next, we're going to tell you about a free event that will teach you how to manage your money. You don't want to miss it. Stick with us.